You must understand. Lastly, you must understand that in defining your year, which is my fourth point, is you have to what? You have to stretch yourself. You must stretch yourself above your weaknesses. You must stretch yourself above your excuses. You must stretch yourself above your environmental limitation. You must stretch yourself above the verdict of naysayers and criticizers. Oh, my fellow Toastmasters and our esteemed guests, you have had the balance coming to this year. No grief for anybody, including yourself. No grief for yourself. Stretch yourself. It means do not accept any excuse, even from yourself. It starts from you. And don't forget, it is John Maxwell that said, success is due to our stretching ourselves towards the challenges of life. Failure comes when we shrink from them. Success comes when we stretch towards the challenges of life. Failure comes when we shrink from them. That's from John Maxwell. So I want to encourage everyone. Please, it is the year to be defined. Anything that is not defined cannot be exceptional. If your 2024 is not defined, it cannot be exceptional. I want to encourage everyone, once again, define your year, because your year will in turn define you. The Toastmaster of the day. Thank you. TM Modi, I can't hear you, sir. Unmute, sir.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ayo. Clearly, he was assiduous in preparing that speech. If you don't want him to meet you next time and ask, have you defined your year? Please make the effort now to define your year. He had so much passion there. We're going on to the final speech for today's meeting. Our final speech is going to be evaluated by our president. So I'll call him up. He's been introduced previously to come and give us the objectives of the speech. Dear Toastmasters and guests, with a virtual round of applause, please welcome to our screen our president, Toastmaster Tosin Imogeme.
Many thanks to you, Toastmaster. Today, as introduced, I'll be evaluating Vice President Education, the delectable and assiduous Toastmaster Buki Ayeni, otherwise known as Bukola Digital. She will be speaking from the Persuasive Influence Pathway, Level 1 Project 4. The title of the speech is The Growth Mindset. And the purpose of our speech, which is a second speech, is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. And secondly, is for her to demonstrate the ability to deliver an effective, respectful speech evaluation speech. So I wish Bukola Digital an assiduous speech. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Before our speaker comes up, let me properly let us know who she is. I didn't do so previously. Our final speaker for today is also known as Bukola Digital. She's energetic, focused, and, excuse me, brilliant, smart, diligent lady who is passionate about digital tech, business management, and social work. She has over half a decade of experience in digital marketing, business development, public relations, operations, and customer relationship management. Just one person. She holds a first degree in mass communication and several international certifications and training. She's currently the vice president of BSN Toastmasters Club. She joined in 2019 and has held several executive positions as public relations manager for BSN Toastmasters, for Division K 2 consecutive years as well as an executive, and has completed her first pathway after giving 17 speeches. Dear Toastmasters and guests, with a virtual round of applause, welcome our final speaker for today, Toastmaster Bukola Ayeni. Toastmaster Bukola, over to you.
Thank you very much. Confirm the TMO that you can see my face, hear my voice, and you can see my slide.
We can see your beautiful voice, hear your we can hear your velvety voice, see your beautiful face, and we're ready to listen to your speech.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone, once more. And my topic for today is developing a growth mindset. Please let's bear in mind that this is the second speech I'll be giving on this same presentation. I gave the first speech, which I got an evaluation. And my evaluator, our president, will be giving me a report or an evaluation on what I ought to work on by the first speaker, or first evaluator rather. Ronald Reagan said, there are no great limits to growth because there are no limits of human intelligence, imagination, and wonder. While we think about this, I want us to link this thing to growth. There are no limits to what you can achieve, and there is no limit to what you can be in life. So what is growth mindset? Growth mindset is when you thrive on challenges. I'm not saying when you're coping with challenges or when you're trying to find it is thriving on challenges, riding on it, and not seeing failure as a way to describe yourself or anything around you. So growth mindset is, there is a challenge, but what are the opportunities in this challenge or challenges for me? So that is what a growth mindset is about. So quickly, I'll give you 5 ways to develop a growth mindset. 5 ways, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways to develop a growth mindset. So please stick with me while we go through this together. The first one, yes. The first one is listen to the voice of your mind. Listen to the mindset voice inside of you, the internal dialogue that you have with yourself. What do you tell yourself? Do you always tell yourself, this is not possible, I can't achieve this thing? Or you tell yourself, okay, this is possible and this is what I want to achieve for the year. So it's important to listen to the mindset voice that you have and make sure that it is a positive one that tells you that there's nothing that is impossible for you to do. The next one is talk back with a growth mindset. So instead of saying, I can't do this, it's not possible, why not tell yourself, Bukola, this is possible. You are superb, you're smart, you're intelligent. There's nothing impossible for you to do. Just tell yourself positive things. And that's the second way you can get a growth mindset. The third one is practice. So aside you having a growth mindset, telling yourself positive things, you have to intentionally practice having a growth mindset. Just like the way we prepare speeches, you practice. Why not practice this? It will shock you to know that because of the different negative things we hear, our mind is crowded with so many negative things that we have to intentionally motivate ourselves and tell ourselves that there is nothing impossible for us to do. So see new challenges at every corner as many opportunities to thrive from setbacks and trials. So the fourth, and which is second to the last, is to replace the word of failing with learning. Unfortunately, we live in a world whereby we see failing as the final thing. We see failing as something that you ought not to do. Failing is good. Failure is good. I'm not saying you should intentionally do it, but when it happens, just get yourself together and assiduously work towards working on yourself and working on the solution to the problem that you have. So recognize failing as just a new way of learning. This 2024, not grieve for yourself. Tell yourself that, yes, I failed in so and so things in 2020, 2023, but this 2024, I am doing better. My exam, I'm doing better. On my job, I'm doing better. On these things, I will do better. I've learned, I've failed before, but now I have learned and I want to do better. So see failing as a new way of learning. I hope you have been able to assimilate the 4 things I've mentioned before. And we're on the 4th one. So replace the word failing to learning. And the final one for today is take growth mindset action. You know, we in Business School Netherlands is known for action learning. And we say that without action, everything you've learned is nothing. So take action on all of these things. What are the things you want to do for the new year? How do you want to go about it? Who are the mentors that you need? Who are the partners that you need? Who are the cheerleaders that you need? You have to assiduously do this. Cultivate the action on how to go about your year to get the results that you want to get. So have a growth mindset and have an action plan for you to achieve it. Don't just have a plan of my New Year resolution. What are the action plan that you need to do to make sure you get all of these things? Break down your goals into smaller chunks and apply actions to all of them on how you want to achieve all of these things. I hope I've been able to convince you and also let you see reasons why growth mindset is an ingredient in the soup of 2024 resolution that you're making. As you make a New Year resolution, also try to do the right thing. So in summary, the 5 things I mentioned earlier: 1, listen to the mindset voice inside of you. 2, talk back with a growth mindset to yourself. 3, practice talking positively to yourself. 4, replace the word failing with learning. Bukola, you are learning. You didn't fail. That is what you should do. And finally, take a growth mindset action. That is the only way you can get results for yourself. I hope I've been able to assiduously explain to you what growth mindset is and how you can develop this growth mindset in 5 ways. And thank you so much for listening. Over to you, the Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bukola. Please, can we give her a virtual round of applause? I would like to remind us all, we need to be assiduous in sending those love notes. You can send them privately to the speakers, or you can put it generally for all of us to learn from and be encouraged with. We have listened to the 3 speakers, and you agree that it was worth coming to BSN today. If you didn't have any plans for this year, you cannot live here without plans. That growth mindset is already pushing you to say you have to change and get better. Before we call on the evaluators, we're going to be voting. But timer, please, can you confirm that the speakers all kept to time?
Yes, TMOD, they're all within time. Thank you.
Thank you. We are not going to be voting for the 3 speakers. Toastmaster Eddie's project was completely different, questions and answers. So we're going to be voting for the better speaker of the 2 final speakers. First, Toastmaster Ayokunle, who told us about defining our year. And second, Toastmaster Bukola, who spoke about growth mindset. Please, let's vote. Send your vote privately to Toastmaster Gideon. It's your own decision, the criteria you're using for the better speaker. Please, let's vote so we get an idea of what people thought. We are not all professional evaluators, but we can have our feeling of, oh, I felt she was the better speaker. I felt he was the better speaker. Whatever you feel, just type it privately to Toastmaster Gideon. While that is going on, I'm going to call on the evaluators. Timer, please, we're keeping this to 2 minutes. Evaluators, please, 2 minutes. I'll call on the evaluators to come and evaluate the speakers. And the first evaluator will be none other than Toastmaster Bukola. Please, can you welcome her with a virtual round of applause?
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day, and you've done a fantastic job. So quickly, Toastmaster Eddie, congratulations. I remember reaching out to you and we were having challenges whether you give your speech or not. But I love your energy. I love the fact that you are dedicated to giving your speech today, and well done. So I love in your speech, fantastic speech, beautiful presentation. You quoted some of your sources of information. I love the use of your gestures. You used prop, which was when you were using your phone to describe something for all of us to carry along ourselves with what you're saying. You did that assiduously well. Well done. So quickly, because of time, what would I recommend you do now? Your presentation was on a research about spending too much time on our gadgets, either phone or laptop, our devices generally. And you quoted some sources. I recommend that you quote your source better. Let's know the title of the report you are quoting. You're talking about the California report. What is the title of the California report? The NEMA report. What's the title? Which year rather was the report published? All of these things are the things we should quote, especially when you're quoting sources and when you're giving presentation that is research related. And finally, I would recommend that even when you're quoting sources, use recent sources, at least sources of between now and 5 years past, between 2017, 2018 till date is better. But quoting the California report of 90s might be outdated, and whatever they have in their reports might not be relevant to our current year any longer. But well done, Toastmaster LD. A round of applause and congratulations. I hope you do better your next speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bukola. Moving right along to the next evaluator, please join me with a virtual round of applause in welcoming Toastmaster Bumi to our virtual screen. Toastmaster Bumi, the virtual screen is yours.
Okay, thank you very kindly, the Toastmaster of the day. It was Ralph Waldo that said, speech is power, speech is persuasive, and speech is to convert or to compel. Well done, TM Ayokunde. That was persuasive and compelling. There's no doubt that the speech was assiduously put together and delivered. I've been persuaded to define my year by firstly evaluating myself. And I know that resonates with a lot of us. I like the passion with which you delivered the speech. I could picture you as though it was my resident pastor speaking to me about the new year 2024. I love the eye contact and body gestures. They were on point. What about your smile? You smiled generously throughout the presentation. I like the way you sandwiched the speech with several quotes and rhetorical questions. You know, rhetorical questions have a way of probing our minds. I also noted the great use of vocal variety. You understood the audience. You spoke to us as individuals and as Toastmasters. You challenged us not to grieve for anybody this year, including ourselves. I noted some snippets from your speech, like every resolution is as neutral as the person writing it. You have to open your eyes to see opportunities, often hidden in places, in secret places, and many more powerful quotes. I encourage you, TM Ayokunle, to build on this current momentum and deliver your next speech this month. Well done. And I'll enjoin each and every one of us to just show our emotions by clapping for TM Ayokunle for a very well delivered, assiduous speech today. Thank you. It's back to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bumi, for that assiduously delivered evaluation. Dear Toastmasters and guests, the wise learn from other people's experiences as well. So please, just because you didn't give a speech, don't just rest back and not pay attention. Be assiduous in paying attention and taking notes, so you will be wise and learn and grow faster. Calling on the final evaluator for today's meeting, please, with a virtual round of applause, welcome our president, Toastmaster Tosin to evaluate the final speaker. Toastmaster Tosin, over to you.
All right, many thanks, Toastmaster John. Toastmaster Buki, our delectable VP, well done on that enthralling speech. 5 ways of developing a growth mindset. Let me first commend you for when you started, there was something you did that was really beautiful. You reiterated the expectation of your speech from the first evaluator. So aside from me being your evaluator, you made other people, you made known what others should expect from your speech. That was well done. I saw something you did that was quite beautiful. You were clear about the amount of points you were going to talk about. You said 5 points. That way, it has a way of registering in our minds. The moment you attach a number to it, we all know, okay, this we know it's about 5, 3, 4. So even when people are going to reflect on it and they perhaps think of 2, they know there are still 3 other more they need to remember. That was beautiful. Your slides were beautiful and professionally designed. Kudos to you. You even infused the word of the day, assiduous, and your speech was even assiduously done. What would I recommend? Now, I recommend that you avoid having too much text on your slides. When you have too much text on your slide, people would know what you're saying and start to read the information on your slide. And if everything you're about to say is already on the slide, then why are you telling us? So rather, a picture is 1,000 words. Just leave a picture there, perhaps just a quote, and then let the center of attraction be you. Secondly, I remember from the last evaluator, he encouraged you to pause. I think there was so much you wanted to say that you didn't really give us enough time to pause. You didn't pause and give us enough time to digest some of your points. So please be intentional about pausing. And then finally, you said twice, I hope I have been able to convince you. I felt you were wrapping up, but later kept on talking and then repeated that phrase again. I hope I've been able to convince you. However, the highlight of your speech for me was that your points were all instructive. Every point was a call to action, practice, and the others. And you also gave a recap at the end of your speech, so we could remember all the things that you said. I'm really excited, and I'm sure that other people learned a thing or two from the speech. Well done, and over to you to myself again.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Please, can we give a virtual round of applause to all our evaluators? Dear Toastmasters and guests, we're going to the final portion of today's meeting. But before I hand over to the GE, I would like to ask for permission to go beyond 12. Can we get 15 minutes of your time? It's completely my fault. I clearly did not do a great job as the head of this meeting, the MC, to ensure we keep to time. Please, can I get 15 minutes extra? If you need to leave at 12, by all means, will not be insulted. But can we just get 15 minutes extra? Let's see in the chat box. We are here to serve you. Can we just see in the chat box if we have 15 minutes extra of your time so we can conclude today's meeting? You can type yes, you can type no. We just want to know your own perspective. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it, really appreciate it. I'll go and plan my 2024 so that I'll ensure that we keep to time. I need to be assiduous about that. Now it is my pleasure to hand over to the delectable GE of today's meeting, Toastmaster Nduke Usoro. Over to you.
Thank you, assiduous Toastmaster of the day. It was really great to sit and watch, make observations, and enjoy myself while I learn, unlearn, and relearn during this power-packed meeting. So it was a great opportunity to be in attendance. Toastmasters and guests, our time is fast spent, so we'll move quickly into the feedback from our role players. Please allow me to bring to the virtual lectern our language evaluator that would be Toastmaster Yetunde, please come to the virtual lectern. You may want to unmute yourself, ma'am.
Oh, sorry. I just realized I was muted. Okay, so yeah, great to be back on the virtual lectern. And at this time, I'll be giving the feedback about the use of language in the course of today's meeting. Firstly, I would want us to remember that the word of the day had been properly used. It has been assiduously used by all the speakers, most of the speakers, not everyone. But I'd like to recognize a few speakers that made use of it severally, and I'm really impressed with that. The general evaluator did a lot of that. She made use of the word of the day, the listening evaluator, the accountant, the Toastmaster of the day. He used it in diverse ways. I was really impressed with that. The table topic master, TM Ayokole, did that a lot. Even in his speech, he did make use of the word of the day. TM Adeshola Aladeshawe, you also did. And TM Eddie Bumi Ajao, you also used the word. So well done to everyone for using the word of the day. I'm so proud of you because you were assiduous in your speech by making use of that word. Okay, so I'd also like to talk about improper use of a few words. The word evaluate. I still heard a number of speakers say evaluate. I think by now we should get used to the word evaluate. Yes, so let's take note of that. Then there is another word that was mostly used today was resolution. I heard something like resolution. So let's understand that the shun should be, light on your tongue. It's resolution. So I heard things like resolution. So let's take proper note of that. Then I also like to commend the quote from TM Bukola. She said something about growth mindset, where she quoted Ronald Reagan. I just see that as an outstanding quote. It says there are no great limits to growth because there are no limits of human intelligence, imagination, and wonder. It's a very great one, and it's succinct and it really resonates with the topic of discussion. So I'd also like to recognize that and say well done to TM Bukola. And so thank you so much, every one of you, for being assiduous with your speech. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, our language evaluator, for the feedback. I'll seek the permission of the Toastmaster of the day to call the timer as the last person before I take my report. So right now, I would like to bring the listening evaluator, Toastmaster Uche, to the virtual lectern. You have it, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster. Well, every speaker has spoken assiduously, and my duty is to check how attentive all speakers were in the course of this session. So I'll be asking a couple of questions. The first question is, who said, what are you supposed to treat as a servant and not a master? Or what is he referring to? What are you supposed to treat as a servant and not a master? I don't know if there will be anyone here who would volunteer to answer that.
Okay, I think my hand is up.
Okay.
Can I go ahead?
Yes, TM
Okay, I think
please, you can go ahead.
that was mentioned in TM Eddie's speech, and it was referring to his mobile device, our smartphones.
Correct. Thank you very much for that. TM Yetunde. Then the other question I would like to ask, someone said, according to a study at the University of Calabar, how many times on the average do we check our phone on a daily basis? On the average, how many times?
70. My hand is up 74 times.
Any other person? Because I think what I wrote down from the speaker is quite different from what you said.
There's an answer in the chat box by our guest, Kunle. He said 80 times.
Correct. From the speaker said 80 times, according to a study from the University of Calabar. Then I'll be asking the last question. A poet said, success occurs when opportunity meets preparation. Can someone tell me who said that?
Zig Ziglar.
Correct. That should be all for today on my own section. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster, for today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Uche. That was an interesting session that was testing our active listening skills. Spot on. I will bring to the lectern the R counter for today's meeting to give us her report. Toastmaster Ethel, please, you have the virtual lectern, ma'am.
Thank you very kindly, the general evaluator. Okay, I want to thank every speaker for assiduously choosing their words and avoiding the pause fillers and crutch words. However, I have a couple of people who still did. So I'm just quickly going to do this because of our time. TM Akorede used you know, an overused word once. TM Adeshola, very, very repeated word. Our guest, Chi-E, used once. Another guest, Kunle Windapo, is the winner for today. He used 5 times in his short speech. And TM Kunle Ashogbon once. And finally, TM Yetunde, our grammarian, used once. Thanks, everyone. I just want to encourage us to keep working assiduously, using our words carefully, so that we become better speakers. Thank you very much. Back to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ethel. I'm smiling because somebody won the session, our guest Kunle. And the gift for our guest Kunle would be for him to register and become a Toastmaster in the next 1 week. So, Mr. President, he has received the gift. Please go after him. Toastmaster Kunle, you're welcome to the group. Okay, our timer, Toastmaster Akorede, you are welcome to the virtual lectern to give us your report. Thank you. Is Toastmaster Akorede on the call? Okay. Toastmaster of the day, do you want to guide me? Can I go ahead with my report or give him a little time?
Your report.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, with the permission of the Toastmaster of the day, we would have the timer's report after my report. Okay, Toastmasters and guests, I think this was a great way to start a Toastmaster year. Start the Toastmasters meeting for the year, because it's not a Toastmaster year. I appreciate that I was part of this meeting, taking responsibility. The theme was perfect for a first meeting of the year. I love the planning. I could see that a lot of effort was put in to ensure that this was a successful meeting. The meeting commenced exactly 10 a.m. for Toastmaster Gideon took us and he took the lead and determined the tone of the meeting. You could see that the meeting was very interesting. Before the meeting started in the chat room, I love the way the Toastmaster of the day assumed responsibility. He didn't even wait to be announced as the Toastmaster of the day. He started welcoming guests. He was engaging people in the chat room. That was interesting. He prepared our minds to enjoy the meeting. The president, his opening remarks, great sense of humor. I'll just say, keep that up, and that was great. I love the way all our role players assumed responsibility. I would say thank you to the timer for today's meeting while we're waiting for the expected timer to arrive at the venue. Toastmaster already took the lead, didn't even need to bother the timer at the timer at the end of the day. I love the table session. The tabletop Toastmaster made sure she engaged the Toastmasters and she engaged, and those Toastmasters is the guest experience what we do in Toastmaster. Toastmaster, a guest, she almost spoke like a Toastmaster. Then how about our winner for today's accounting session, Kunle? Kunle already was giving me vibes, the project management vibes, and I love that. So he has a lot to offer us. So I can't wait to hear that he has become a Toastmaster. That was interesting. Our attendance for today's meeting, it's laudable. We had over 36 members. You could see that our Toastmasters are ready to start the year. BSN Toastmasters are ready to start the year, taking responsibility to keep the lights of their club on. How about our guests? It showed that we had good publicity. We had a number of guests join us on this call. And of course, that they joined us, it was already giving us hope that the future of BSN is bright because we have to keep bringing new members to the club. The prepared speeches, I took away everything I needed to take away. The first speaker told us to keep our gadgets aside when we don't need it to avoid distraction in 2024. How about our second speaker? Define your year. The third speaker, your growth mindset. All telling us to take responsibility. That was really interesting. Did we give our speakers the topics to align with the theme of the meeting? Can you see that this year is already a special year for BSN Toastmasters Club? Please join the train if you're not already on the train. A few recommendations, which is something that I will just put it together. It will help us in the club just to stay professional and keep winning. I noticed that it's just the people, a few people, in fact, I would say that less than 20% had their cameras on throughout the meeting. And I mean, that's apart from the people that probably they had roles to play, they'll turn on their cameras and take it back off. And with this, I will hold the leaders of the club at stake here. Show leadership. If you came and your president's camera was on, your vice president education's camera was on, you'll be forced to put on your camera because he's taking responsibility, he's showing the lead. So when you come to online meetings like this, what makes it interesting is that you could come, your cameras are on, you can see those people, you can feel them, you feel like a part of it. As much as possible, we all know that you're present, but let us see you, let us feel you by seeing your camera. Thank you. Then for the part of picking who is choosing the best table topics, and all that, Google Form would do it better, will give us that professional touch. Let it just pop up on my screen and I'll pick the button and go my way. It's professional. That is what we expect of a club like a BSN Toastmasters club. I know we can do it. It's just something maybe someone did not pay attention to that early, but even at the last minute, if you go on your laptop and pick up the forms, it's easy for it to come through. Thank you, Timer. You're trying to prompt me. Then, at the beginning of the meeting, maybe I'm in the club chat room, and I noticed that the president had to now go and beckon on members to come on, that the meeting is about to start. Hey, members, let's support our president. Let's support our leaders. I know they do a lot to put all in place for us to enjoy the club. So if they are carrying the reins, let's all support them. The meeting starts by 10, I know, and he had begged us to come in by 9:30. We could do that. Don't wait for 10 o'clock to rush into the meeting. Let's, support our leader. Let's push him. Let's make them feel good. And tomorrow you might be the leader and you will need that support too. The rich content of today, that was interesting. The evaluations. I love that we took time to evaluate, to motivate. Sometimes people leave not happy with evaluations, but I listened carefully to all the evaluations. If people even acknowledge their evaluations in the chat room, and that was excellent. So that was great, and I'm saying we keep it up. The engagement in the chat room, oh, I'm having goosebumps now because I loved what was going on there today. Yes, our Toastmaster of the day, of course, an excellent Toastmaster. He did a great job for us. I enjoyed the meeting thoroughly. I'm sure you also enjoyed that meeting. Okay, I'll just leave us with one word as the club coach. I heard Toastmaster Yokunle say something. Where are you on your Toastmaster journey? So we want to ask ourselves as members of Toastmasters, BSN Toastmasters Club, where are we on our Toastmasters journey? Toastmaster Yokunle has spoken today. I think that's his second project in level 1. Toastmaster Yokunle and every other person, you will need to deliver up to your last project in level 1 for it to read for your club. For the light of BSN Toastmasters Club to be on, our DCP have to be reading for us. And the only way our DCP reads for us is when you speak, when the other person speaks, every other person speaks, not just to speak once. If you pick up level 1, finish your level 1, that is when you have done something great for your club. And I'm sure your VP and other leaders will give you kudos for that. So we encourage everyone, for the light of BSN Toastmasters Club to be on, we need to handle our DCPs. It's not just coming to speak. When you're done, go to base camp. Go and approve that speech and make sure your VP approves it. It will read for you. That's what will actually show that you're a Toastmaster and you are growing on your Toastmasters journey. In all, I just want to say well done for all we do. And please note, a club like BSN Toastmasters Club is one club that every other person within Nigeria looks out for. They appreciate what you're doing and they keep looking out because you're like a touch to so many other clubs in the country. So many of us knew about Toastmasters Club through BSN Toastmasters Club. So let's keep the lights on and let's keep winning always. I would say thank you again to the leadership of the club for this opportunity to serve you today. And I will be delighted to serve you some other time. This is me signing out and handing over the virtual lectern to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster John Onumiya. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, the General Evaluator. It's been a splendid meeting, and now I have the privilege of giving the results. The result for the best table topic speaker is in, and no surprise because she's seduced us with food. Our champion for today is Toastmaster Adeshola. Your prize for today, the president will take you out to go to the restaurant of your choice to try the traditional food of your choice. Now for the prepared... Mr. President, please, take her. Prepared speeches. Drum roll, please. Our champion for today is none other than Toastmaster Ayokunle and Toastmaster Bukola. It was a tie. I guess we don't want to separate them for whatever reason. Congratulations to both of you. You got the exact same number of votes. It's been a privilege being at this meeting. It's been amazing. Thank you for inviting me, BSN. The guests, the members, having over 35 members at a certain point, I am wowed. Going with our theme, please don't waste your time trying to control things you can't control. Take responsibility for the things you can't control. You do that consistently over time, you'll be amazed by the results you get. I hope to join you again, hopefully not just virtually, physically soon. Now, please, let's welcome back to close us out the president with a virtual round of applause, Toastmaster Tosin over to you.
Wow, Toastmaster John, please, everyone, please let's give Toastmaster John a virtual round of. In fact, let's go to the chat box and flood the chat box with wonderful words, assiduously done for or assiduously crafted for Toastmaster John. I'm highly delighted. I've been begging Toastmaster John for months now. You can attest to that fact. Begging him to come physically to BSN. And when this virtual option just came up, I couldn't think of any other person that was Mr. John. Thank you very much for this wonderful job. I am really elated to have you. Our club coach, Toastmaster Unduke Yusuru, all the way from South, always supportive. In fact, it seems as though she's just next door. She's always calling, always ensuring that this club is on the firm footing. Thank you very much. To all our guests, I can't thank you enough. Without you, we wouldn't have these numbers. You know, if we often see the same faces all the time, it can't be boring. So when we see new faces, we're always delighted to have new people amidst us to intend Toastmaster Yetunde, Toastmaster Temidayo, Chi, I think it's Chi E, and the like. If I didn't mention it, we're still going to give you an opportunity to speak. So our role players, Madam VPE, for ensuring she took the leadership position, ensuring she got all our role players. Please, thank you very much. Even though this is your duty as Toastmasters, I still must thank you and encourage you that you keep up the good work. Thank you. Our attendance was amazing. In fact, we were about to start. I was quite discouraged. We were about 5. I think that was about maybe quarter to 10. I was watching, so I started looking at trying to get more numbers, and at some point we had 36 for a club that is not fully virtual, but we're a hybrid club. That was highly impressive. Thank you, everyone. Our next meeting, we also have our meetings are usually first and third Thursdays of every month, but our club is a corporate club, and we hold our meetings at number 8 at the Fadri Way. That's Business School in the Land, and the school, which is the business school, is yet to resume. So we had to just take this option. We had to be flexible, adapt to the situation and come online. So we cannot, at this point, reveal when our next meeting will be. It may be this week, it may be next week, and it may be in 2 weeks' time, but we will communicate that on our platforms and, of course, share reminders. I also want to inform you all that this is a new year, even though it's not a new year in the Toastmasters calendar. Our international and evaluation contest comes up maybe next month. So please, if you want to, I don't know where the world the global competition will come up at maybe California or so. If you want to partake, please, this is the time to start taking responsibility, start giving your speeches. I think it will be international and evaluation. That's prepared speech and evaluation. I think to be able to evaluate or be able to partake in that competition, then you must have completed your level 2. So please give your speeches. Go to other clubs. You see how it's done now. It's easy. You can be at the comfort of your home office and give your speech. Please, we want at least on that day 10 speakers. All this fun. In fact, Pastor Ayokunle Ashobon, you are going to be speaking. Bukola, you are going to be speaking. Toastmaster Etel, Toastmaster Yetunde. I know we agree for any of them this year. I'm going to be on because we are on the final last six months of this tenure. So please, I'm coming because we have fantastic speakers. We should showcase the world. And last but not least, I need to implore us, every one of us, please, let's keep up the good work. We pay so much to be members of Toastmasters. Let's ensure that we give our speeches, we play roles. We do not want to run around to beg people to play roles. Please play roles, give speeches. And I'll round off with this quote before handing over to the second round so we can celebrate and, of course, introduce our guests. There's only one corner of the universe you are certain of improving, and that corner is yourself. If you wonder, before you change the world, you have to start by changing yourself. So take responsibility. Thank you once again. This is Tosin Yumogeme, otherwise known as your pain doctor, and over to you, our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Gideon Okundeyi. Please take over the lecture.
Thank you so much, my wonderful president. You all will agree with me that it's been a wonderful meeting this morning. And as usual, I'm happy to be in today's meeting. We'd like to apologize for taking so much of our time. The meeting usually closes by 12 noon, but we had to take a few minutes. Without further wasting time, we'd like to our first timers. If this morning is your first time of joining us at this club, can you signify by raising your hands so we can welcome you into the family? We do that in the next 2 minutes. If today is your first time, okay, I see Ekodayo Idris. You're welcome. Who else? I see Yetunde Okun, if I'm correct. Okay, I see Elizabeth Ojo. You're welcome. Okay, so in a minute or in 30 seconds, I'd like all those who are joining us for the first time to briefly introduce themselves. You tell us your name, what you do, your best part of the meeting. And as usual, if you are here to stay or you are here to spy. Okay, so we'd like to have Yetunde go first. Open. Can we have you speak? You have the floor, Yetunde, in 30 seconds.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm delighted to be here today. I would say that I got here accidentally. I just opened my phone and went to WhatsApp and went to a group that I'm on, and I saw the invitation from Toastmaster Tosin, and that's about a few minutes to 10, and I just decided to join. So I'm happy I joined. I gained a lot. I'm a medical practitioner by profession, and I live in Lagos. So thank you very much for having me. I enjoyed being here.
Can we see your beautiful face, ma'am? So we can recognize you when we stumble on you. Or we can come for a free medical checkup at your hospital.
Okay, let me see what I can. Okay, this is me.
Oh, welcome, welcome, ma'am.
You're welcome, ma. Hope
you.
we will have you physically present at our next meeting.
Well.
All right, so we'll move on to Ekodayo Idris. You have the floor, sir. Ekodayo Idris. You're still on the call. Ekodayo Idris, can we have you introduce yourself to the house?
Yes, please. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ekuna Idris. I'm happy to be here. I'm an interior designer, and then this is part of my New Year resolution to be diligent, be assiduous in the activities of Toastmasters. So I hope to have a great time, learn, improve, and you guys to celebrate the things that I will achieve. So shall it be? God bless you.
Yes, God bless you too. Thank you so much for that. Let's have Temidayo Faduye. Temidayo Faduye.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Temidayo Faduye. I'm an accountant, and it's been an eye opener, sincerely. I've been a quiet member on the group, the WhatsApp group. So joining today is an eye opener. I enjoyed every aspect of the club activities today, and I believe I would assiduously be part of the group this year and to learn more. It's been a wonderful experience. Thank you.
You are welcome. We hope to see more of you at this great club. So to every other person who have joined us physically and it's your first time joining us virtually, we say welcome to you also. So usually our meetings holds first and third Thursdays of every month, but due to the peculiarity of this month, which is the first month of the year, and also our physical venue is yet to be open for business. That's why today's meeting is running virtually. Usually it's hybrid, and we're looking forward to seeing you at the next meeting. So for those interested in being role players at the next meeting, kindly drop the role you want to take and your details on the chat before we officially close the Zoom meeting for today. I haven't said all and done. By the power vested on me, I would like to bring to close today's meeting. Thank you all for joining, and see you at the next meeting. The date of the next meeting will be communicated to us via our WhatsApp group. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to drop the roles you would like to take at next meeting in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much. So yesterday, I love your new hairstyle. This is your
Oh,
2020.
thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Okay. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Yes, Pastor Ayokunle, you and I we need to see behind the scenes. This vibe you started this year with is just too much. All right, have a splendid day, everyone. Have a splendid day. Toastmaster Edikon, it's nice to have you around. I think I saw
TM Tosi,
Thank
you
you, my
abandoned
president.
your people.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. I saw your message, but I'll get to read. I'm sorry. We're just trying to step up this year. Toastmaster Ijeoma, I think I saw her at some point. Well done. Who is Samsung? Samsung. I saw Samsung SM. Can see Samsung line. Toastmaster Deshola, please reach out to me. I know where to take you for because your own New Year resolution is to be eating up and down. I know where to take you.
I'm coming. Thank you, President.
I saw that you renewed. That's beautiful. So that shows that yes, we're really gonna have more of you this year. That's really encouraging.
Yes, thank you,
All right,
sir.
I have to run along. Well done, Madam VP. Well done, Gideon. Well done, everyone who made this. In fact, this was really highly impressive. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Toastmaster Olubumi. Well done. Well done. You're evaluating like a pro. That's lovely. Well done. Kudos to everyone.
We're learning from the masters.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
must admit, her evaluation was
Masters.
really good. Well done.
All right. Take care, everyone. Have a splendid day.
All right. Thank you, Mr. President. Bye. Shola.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Looking forward to seeing you guys in person. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.